everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Lions coming in at 7-1, going up against the Cardinals, who come in at 6-2.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play clock winding down. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the D-line's going to spread out. Johnson on the counter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Play action. Cousins buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play action now. Cousins lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The motion man is Tate. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Chandler Jones coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Being chased out left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And here we go on 1st and goal. On the ground, rolls. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Thomas rolls with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
This is Logan. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. They find some open field here. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 3rd down, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
There we go. Nice play, baby. Okay. Here we go. Waiting.
On second down, here's Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. On third down, that's Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, Rawls. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Stafford now on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now a first down throw. Stafford. A quick hitter complete. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Stafford now to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Stafford. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the gun, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The play clock's running down. Cousins from the gun on third. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Fourth down, Cousins. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aldon Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the end zone, Stafford. He's going to sling this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there, 99 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back now at Ford Field. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets away from one, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They'll try to throw now. Cousins dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cardinals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So here come the Lions now. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Short yardage, Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. First down. Here's Cousins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing, Cousins. The big fella. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down, this is Rawls. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. On 3rd down, Cousins. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
go.